Welcome back to Cinematic Relief, a Thunder and Lightning podcast. I'm Thunder.
And I'm tired.
And this is I'm just going to roll right through. And this is our bonus episode for Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3. So, before we start, if you have not seen Episode 3 of Season 8 of Game of Thrones and you want to, we are going to spoil it, the whole thing. So, if you don't want spoilers, click off now. But other than that, without further ado.
Yeah, full disclosure, the reason I'm tired and not lightning today is because we're recording this Monday. It's probably going to go up when I leave.
Actually, it's probably going to go up during the next thing.
Okay, fair. It's Monday. We saw a kind of late viewing of Endgame last night, which, hey, next week, Endgame, Cinematic Relief. And then early in the morning, I had school. I came home, watched this week's Game of Thrones, because we missed it because we were watching Endgame.
Right, yeah.
And then I've been writing a paper for school.
Yeah. So this week, you brought up a good point that I meant to bring up. So you and I, for the first time this season, watched the episode separately.
Yes.
Which was
weird episode to do it on.
Yeah,
but
this was the
okay.
big one.
Yeah.
This was the big one.
It was either that or we didn't see Endgame till... that's not that podcast. I was going to talk about how insane that was, but just getting tickets, but we'll talk about that.
No, we'll talk about that on...
Yeah. But yeah, this is the first one you and I saw separately.
Yeah,
it's the first one we didn't watch live.
Yeah, actually, neither of us watched it live either. We went to see Endgame, and up until the moment we saw Endgame, I was like, can't go to the news site I go to, try not to spoil myself.
Oh, I know. I haven't been on Facebook till I watched it today.
But then, as soon as I got home from Endgame, and I was like, time to watch Game of Thrones, I did go on the news and Twitter and stuff. I was like, wait, no, I haven't Game of Thrones happened without me, and I haven't seen it yet.
I did that too a few times. I was like, click on the app, and no, never mind.
So, before we start talking about it, how do you like it? Good, bad?
It was a good episode. It was this episode, I was thinking, I was like, they said it was going to be movie quality, and it's movie quality.
Yeah.
Cannot complain there. I am disappointed in a few characters.
Okay.
And I don't...
Do you want to get into them now, or do you want to wait until we...
it's probably going to naturally be brought up.
Okay.
It was an interesting episode, an exciting episode. I guess one of my complaints is I was informed there was going to be Red Wedding level shockers. I wasn't shocked.
Was that this episode?
I was assuming it was going to be this episode. There's a few other things, and it's not that I'm disappointed, it's just things that clearly got blown out of proportion. It's not, you know what I mean?
You think that the people who made the show overhyped this episode?
Or just the people the news sites promoting the show overhyped it.
See, I'm in a similar boat. I liked the episode, but I feel a little underwhelmed. I feel like my expectations were not met. Specifically, and no one told me this was going to happen. I just assumed this. And we're gonna get into this later. But I was really expecting a very important character to die, at least one. And I feel like all the characters that died were side characters.
I was okay. That was one of the things I was
going to bring up. There's one big one that did upset me, and we'll get into it. We're going to talk about the character deaths later, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I was just going to say, I was expecting main character deaths.
Yeah, there's 6 main characters that you really care about, and I thought that one of them was going to die, maybe Tyrion or Arya or somebody. But they all made it up.
They were all second and third shelf characters.
Yeah,
that didn't make it.
So right off the bat, I have to talk about the Red Witch, because I don't know what the fuck.
No kidding.
Where did she
come from? Where'd she go? Where'd she come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Precisely.
I know.
Where did she? Why did she come from? Why did she come? Why was she safe? Like, she was coming the way that the zombies were coming.
Right.
Like, I understand, obviously, the fire magic, I get that. But, like, then she was like, oh, Davos, you don't have to execute me because I'll die. And then at the end of the episode, she took off her necklace and turned into an old woman and did die.
She was probably just standing there like, oh, I told him I was going to die.
Nothing.
Now I got to die.
Nothing she did that wasn't, everything she did that wasn't fire magic didn't make any sense to me.
No. I think along with Eye Patch. What's Patchy's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
The other follower of the Cinders or whatever they're called.
He kept getting brought back for a special reason. We found out this episode. His job was to save Arya.
Save Arya, I guess. Yeah.
She never mentioned it, but she's also pretty cryptic about everything. Maybe the reason she had her emerald necklace was because she was given the chance to stay alive longer because she's clearly an old woman.
Yeah.
To be there to do what she did. And then maybe the deal was like, this is just speculation.
Yeah.
I'm sure people actually know what was going on. This is just my own speculation. Whoever gave her that necklace gave her a deal. Once your job is done, you take it off.
Yeah.
Or something.
Or whatever, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was... And it's not going to be explained. I know it's not going to be explained.
Well, here's the thing, and this is, kind of our faults, but probably is in the book.
No, we've been off book since, like, season 5, haven't we?
True, but she's had the necklace since then.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it might have been explained in an earlier book.
You're thinking maybe we missed the scene where she gets the necklace?
Yeah.
Or the scene where she talks about when she gets the necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It other than that, it was a pretty, like, understandable episode. Like, I could parse what was going on the whole time. Except for that, I was just so confused. It happened right away.
So, I mean, we already said spoilers, ahoy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
She took her sweet time getting to the trench. I don't know if that bothered you, but everybody was like, all right, protect her.
When it was like, wait, Dany isn't lighting the trench. What are we going to do? And she was like, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Yeah, exactly. And then she was smelling the roses all the way to the trenches. And it's like, I was sitting there like, and then it didn't happen forever. And I was like, maybe if you ran.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't care about this character.
Me either.
I just realized she's never run for anything in this show.
No.
Not that she's been in a lot of situations where she needed to, but I was like, I get it. It makes her look more mysterious. It's more cinematic, but like, why is she walking? Not even a fast trot. Not even like a little jog. She was just, there was no pep in her step.
No. So, how did you like the traditional horror movie scene with Arya? I thought that was great.
It was cool. It was a bit long in the tooth.
It was long, yeah, but
I was sitting there like, okay, cool. Arya's dealing with a couple of White Walkers. That's cool. Is Tormund alive? Because I haven't seen him in like a half hour.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was definitely horror movie style. Zombies Ate My Neighbors Arya edition.
Yeah.
But it was just a little long in the tooth. It was interesting though. I kind of wish they like, I know this is the classic zombie looks under the table and she's not there deal, but like, where did she go?
Oh yeah, they technically
this one time, like that table, like in other instances, I can't think of one specifically. I'm sure in my head I could piece together like, oh well, there was a desk right there they could have hid under. This table was in the middle of, there was nothing.
Yeah.
She had to jump on top of that table and then run away.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know where she went.
Yeah.
That scene was pretty cool, though. Do you have stuff written down to talk about?
I don't.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I'm just going off the dome.
I don't know what order you want to do things in.
No, we could do it in whatever order, as long as people are okay with that.
Yeah.
What was Bran even doing? He like
that was my deal.
He like warged into 7 birds, and then he just like looked at a dragon, and then did that for a half hour to 45 minutes.
Why didn't he? And I yelled it. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna do it!" And then it was a crow.
Yeah.
A raven. I was like, it wasn't a dragon. There's 3 dragons he could have done that to. one of them would have been amazing, and like half the people who died would have been alive, but instead he did it to 7 ravens and did nothing with them.
Yeah, he just did nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I was waiting for the conclusion of that, but then he just opened his eyes and was like, oh, there he is. What was I doing? Who knows?
I guess the significance of Bran is that he knows all of time.
Yeah.
That's neat. But I don't understand why the White Walker was so dead set, like, I'll die as long as Bran dies. Like,
yeah,
he wasn't looking to finish everybody off. He just, once he was inside the walls of Winterfell, he was like, show me Bran.
Yeah. Can I talk about something that you brought up on the last podcast? Why do you think, and we'll never get an answer to this, why do you think the what's the king of the White Walkers called?
The Night King.
The Night King. Why do you think the Night King didn't burn up when she lit him on fire?
I think he's just pure ice. I think his ice overcame the fire.
Is it that, or is he Targaryen?
Ooh.
That was my immediate thought. I was like, is that a Targaryen? That's why he's looking at her like that, because he's like, bitch, you know I'm fireproof.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Here's the thing, though.
Because the easy answer is he's pure ice. He's an ice zombie, so he doesn't burn up.
Right.
But like all the other ones burnt up, you know?
Right.
Like,
No.
I'm the thing that makes ice zombies, so I don't fire.
Right. That was my thought, but that's a lot more interesting. I think we'll get an answer. I feel like they're not going to let us go the entire show without knowing the origin story of that character.
Are you sure? We only have 3 episodes left. And
yeah, but Sam's got some more books to read.
I'm surprised Sam made it out. That's what I'm saying. Even the squishy main characters are still in it.
There's 2 things I want to bring up. And
about
Sam?
Sam?
Sorry, you mentioned Sam.
No,
and
that's
made me
fine.
think
Yeah.
of something. I don't know if I mentioned it on the last podcast or not. I don't know if I've mentioned it to you. I know I mentioned it to people before watching this episode, though, so I have somebody who knows that I knew. I called the crypt.
Oh, yeah, you did mention that to me.
And I was so proud of myself for that. I don't know if I said it on air.
I don't remember if you said it on air, but you definitely said it to me. Yeah, I think we all saw that coming. That was...
Yeah.
Literally, John, like, in between sentences was like, get everyone to the crypt. Oh, but the Night King can raise the dead. But get everybody to the crypt.
Yeah.
Like he knew both those.
I was waiting for zombie Ned Stark. I know his head's chopped off.
Yeah,
but
also his body's probably at King's Landing.
No, they brought it back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh. Yo, some of those White Walkers were just skeletons.
Yeah. It was cool. I liked it.
It was really cool. I didn't like, and I don't. This is just me because zombies are goddamn everywhere, and there's like 6 new zombie movies a year, or at least there was for a while.
Yeah.
I just don't like when it's a literal wave of zombies.
Oh, I know. It doesn't make any sense. They're just gonna trip. They make it out like they're a massive force. They're just tripping over each other.
Right,
they're not going to be able
yeah.
to fight. They're just crawling through each other. I hate that too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it wasn't the entire time.
No, it was just kind of that one opening
Yeah.
shot. But like, at some point I was just like, can we at least make Game of Thrones zombies a little bit different than normal zombies?
Yeah. And they weren't like that in the last season.
No, up until this episode,
Yeah.
they were kind of like different, but this one they kind of just acted like
Yeah.
traditional horror movie zombies.
Oh, well, it's gone.
Well, now he's dropped the whole water bottle. Before it was just the
Oh,
cap.
no.
Next time he's gonna fall off the bed.
That Dothraki scene, though.
I don't get what happened.
They just all died.
And then that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the lights went out. They dropped. To me, the lights going out was indication of them dropping the sword because they were being killed or swarmed. You stopped seeing the light because there was just so many.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I thought that was an interesting scene. Pretty scary.
Daenerys almost ruined everything in that scene because she saw her fucking Dothraki all die, and then she was like, "Nah, fuck the plan we had. I'm just gonna fly away."
Yeah.
And then they flew right directly into a blizzard.
Yeah.
And then fucking Jon Snow, second time on a dragon, was like, "Oh jeez, oh god,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you brought up my second thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, cool.
I'm very disappointed in those two characters for that entire
John and
fight.
Danny?
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely. Here's the thing. I initially I was disappointed with Danny, right? Because she kind of ruined the plan, and they almost all died because of her, because she was supposed to be there to light the trenches and all that stuff. But at the end, when the dragon had a bunch of zombies on it and was like flying away and trying to get him off her, and he left her on the ground, she was like actually doing stuff for once.
Yeah.
Like rather than just standing behind Jorah, she like she wasn't very good at it, but she like got a sword and was like, I'm doing it. And I was like, good for you.
She did. I think maybe it's because I'm a little biased and I'm not a huge fan of that character. I saw that scene a little differently. You're not the first person to explain that scene to me. I saw it as, hey, Mormon. Okay, good. You took that hit. I'll kill him though. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
exactly. No, that's exactly what it was. It was like he's a fighter. I'm not. I'll pick up whatever he does.
No. I meant human shield, and I'll just take him out when you get stabbed.
Oh, I see. No, yeah, I saw it as like Danny realizing that she's not a fighter, and she's like, I'll just pick him off if they get by him.
I really wanted him
because like he was doing great.
No, he was. Was that the one you were disappointed in, by the way?
Yeah,
because he died. We haven't really taled about the deaths yet.
No,
but he dies.
I was gonna have a big list of all the
okay.
Characters that died.
We'll do it that way then.
Yeah.
I won't mention them if more get brought up before we get there. I really wanted him to look into her eyes and just be like, "We were never gonna happen."
Even worse. I was sitting there like, "Oh, what are his last words gonna be? Nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't get to say any."
Yeah. And she just looked at him like, what a good friend.
But I mean, he died the way he would have wanted to die.
Oh yeah, protecting
defending
her.
Daenerys Targaryen.
That's how he was always gonna die.
Right. Yeah.
Like even if it wasn't on the show.
Right.
That's how he was gonna die.
I mean, if Sam has anything to say about it.
And
Jon, you were going to talk about Jon Snow.
Yeah, so I was disappointed in Danny for the same reason I was disappointed in Jon Snow. They kind of dicked around. There was a scene where all the White Walkers were standing because of the fire, and they were like, we can't go through that. Why weren't they just mowing them down?
Oh, yeah,
I
was going to bring that up. Danny waited until good guys were fighting bad guys to start flaming people. I was like, you had plenty of time to just do a couple bombing runs 10 minutes ago.
Right. No, there was a whole scene where her and Jon Snow were dicking around in the snowstorm.
Right.
When it's like, you guys knew what the plan was.
Right.
You knew there was going to be a solid, at least 10 minutes where you could have just sweeped them.
That's the thing. Obviously, snowstorm, not their fault. They couldn't have predicted that would happen. But, when Danny fucked off to go do whatever, Jon should have taken over and, done a couple bombing runs.
Right.
I don't know. They, like you said, they wasted a lot of time.
There was a lot of time wasted. Disappointed in both of them. They knew what the plan was. They didn't stick to the plan. And for Jon Snow, to me at least, that was the first time where I was like, really, dude, you kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Also, another point when Jon Snow dropped the ball, Danny saves him from the reincarnated White Walkers.
Yeah.
When the Night King was like, I'm going to do it. And Jon Snow was like, don't do it. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And then that scene went on.
Why did he stop running? I would have just kept running.
Yeah, he was right there. He could have mowed down a couple of them.
Right. They were still raising up. They wouldn't have attacked back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think...
His fucking sword is a one-hit kill. A turn to ash one-hit kill.
Right. I think... But I'm contradicting myself here. I was going to say, I think his thought was, but if I go right in, they're all going to swarm me. But unless Danny saved him, which he didn't know that was going to happen, they were all going to swarm him anyways.
Right.
So at least he could have gone for the Night King.
I think the worst idea in his situation was to just stop and see what happens.
Yeah. But so Danny saves him.
Yeah.
And they both give that look. He's like, I'm going to go kill him. And she was like, yeah, you go kill him. And in my head, I was like, all right, he's going to go try and find him.
Right.
And then he's walking around the corridors, not really doing anything still. Then he sees Sam, and he leaves Sam. He looks right in his eyes.
Oh, he looked at everyone.
Yeah, and he
saw Thormund, he saw Jaime and Brienne. He just walked by all of them.
And here's the deal. I knew in that moment, or at least I thought I did, I was like, he knows this only stops if he kills the Night King.
Right.
Because he's played Dungeons & Dragons and knows how a necromancer works.
Necromancer was a hard class to run.
And in that moment, I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Some people might
too.
not. Some people might be like, what's he doing? But I was like, I get it. Then he didn't, though, and I was like,
no, he
so
didn't.
You just kind of left your friends.
No, but I see. I'm gonna defend him again. He, like me, the audience member, thought that Zombie Dragon was gone. I thought Zombie Dragon was out of the picture.
Right.
But then he,
Here's my one hang up. We got a lot of scenes of him just walking around corridors. Bran told everybody what the Night King was there for.
Right.
He should have been beelining for the tree.
Was he not?
No, well, that's my point, is to me, watching it, just looked like he was randomly looking through corridors to try and find this guy. It didn't look like he had a plan. It just looked like he was looking
I guess
around.
I don't know, the geography of Winterfell
I don't
enough.
either, so that could have been the case, and then he got held up by the dragon. It could have been he was trying to get there.
Or he knew the dragon was there the whole time, and he was trying to take the long way around.
That could also... I just hope it gets explained, because to me, watching that, I was like, it looked like he had no course of action.
Yeah.
It looked like he was just trying.
That being said, I agree with you. That being said, I do appreciate that the big hero of the episode, for once, wasn't Jon, and it was Arya.
Yeah, no, I had no problem with Arya. So Arya saves the day.
Yeah, she's
she
the
kills
knife that Bran gave him last season.
Is it just me? I can't picture it, but she's done that maneuver before, right?
Oh,
the old swap hands. I can't rember when. But...
I mean, that's been in so many movies, but I'm pretty sure she's done that before.
Yeah.
Also, I thought you'd like this. She gave Sansa a weapon, and Sansa was like, I don't know how to use it. And she was like, stick it with the pointy end.
That was cool. I liked that.
I literally, it's been so long since season 1, I had to Google it. I was like, is that a reference from this show? And I was oh yeah, it is.
No, I
the episode is literally called Pointy End.
Is it really? Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Season 1, episode 9.
Good. It was a good episode. I was just, I'm upset that in these last episodes, there was one episode. No, and again, that was a good point you just made. I'm not upset he wasn't the big hero, my favorite character. I'm just upset he did nothing.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I do appreciate that they were like, that's another thing. Fuck whatever I was going to say. I was so pissed at the Hound. Is he going to do that every war?
I know.
Every single war he's going to have a panic attack?
Yeah. That's the thing is, I feel like at this point, it's a fight or flight. Like, we were past that.
Right.
You've done that too many times.
He's literally because I just assumed it was fire because that was his big thing in Blackwater, and I was like, really? Every battle there's gonna be fire, dude. Just get over it. But then he was like, we're all gonna die. We're doomed. I was like, so he did get over his fear of fire. He's just being apocalyptic.
See. It hasn't happened yet, but every time it comes up where he's like, oh, I'm still not over my fire thing, because I feel like it was a mix of both. I think every time the fire gets brought up, he's always got another excuse. He doesn't want to admit that he's afraid of fire.
Right.
So I think, obviously, he had some doubt that they were going to make it, but I think it was also partly the fire. I've been probably waiting for the time where he just gets killed over it. Either you get over it or you don't. And you get caught up because of it.
Yeah. So let's talk about character deaths.
Okay.
So the smallest one, the one that they got out of the way first that I didn't care about, I don't even know his name. The third guy from the Night Watch.
Yeah. When that I said it too. I was like, I knew it. Like, he saved Sam, and in my head I was like, well, now he's gonna die because who cares about this guy? And then he did. I liked before we really get into them, I liked thinking everybody died 5 times before they out in front of the Winterfell. Like every time they got ambushed, I was like, "Well, that's a dead main character."
Oh,
and then it never happened.
Yeah, there was a couple. There was a couple different, especially Brienne.
Oh my God!
I feel like Brienne definitely got bit. I don't know if these zombies turn you to zombies if they bite you, but like
I thought she was getting torn apart. I thought that scene was going to end with they swarm off, and then we just see a dead Brienne stand up.
That would have been cool, but also sad because literally the greatest thing has ever happened in Brienne's life happened last episode.
Right.
But no, they played fast and loose with like, look at all this shit that's happening to this
character. I was
trying
so hard to concentrate, like somebody had to have died right there, right? And then they never did.
Yeah. it was also the whole internet's complaining about this, but like it was a really dark episode. It was kind of hard to tell what was going on.
Yeah. Not even dark, but just quick cutscenes.
Yeah.
And it's intentional. And I kind of didn't like it. I was like, I'm confused. What just happened? They did this on purpose, though.
Yeah. I will say, I'll bring it up just because we brought it up last time. I still don't think that this battle was bigger in scope than the Battle of Minas Tirith.
I was just going to bring that up. Comparable, but definitely not easily bigger.
Not as big, yeah.
Yeah.
And not as cool either.
No, actually...
Not that was the promise, but...
Hold on, I think I saved a meme about...
yeah?
About everything. The Battle of Winterfell. 11 weeks to film.
Okay.
75 people on scene. 15 million to produce it. Longest episode of Game of Thrones ever. Longest battle sequence in TV... This isn't a meme. TV history, and probably longer than the Battle of Helm's Deep tonight is television history.
Oh, the Battle of Helm's Deep is from the Two Towers.
Right.
Not the Battle of Minas Tirith.
Right.
Oh, the Battle of Minas Tirith is like 3 times bigger than the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Right. I don't know why they compared it.
That's weird.
That's a stupid comparison.
The Battle of Helm's Deep is better, I'll say that. But
yeah.
The Minas Tirith one's anyways, let's not talk about Game of Thrones. I mean Lord of the Rings. Let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. No, but I agree that was one of the things that got overhyped for me was like it wasn't.
Right.
It was comparable. If you told me that like they were neck and neck, I'd be like, yeah, they kind of were, but it definitely didn't outshine it entirely.
Yeah. So, the next death I was going to talk about is I also don't know his name, the fire dude who like finally like died his last death for some reason.
And yeah, I mean, well, he served his purpose.
Right.
He saved Arya. But it's funny. It was clear this was his final death. But I watch it with my parents, and I looked at my mom, and I was like, no, he dies all the time. Don't worry about it. He's going to be all right.
It's so funny that there's 2 main characters that worship the fire god, and one of them died while the other one, who's never met the other one, was in the room to explain how it worked.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Theon Greyjoy died.
Yeah.
I
didn't care.
It's not that I was just about to say I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I wasn't like sad. I was just like, yep, okay.
Yeah.
Like he got what he wanted. Bran Bran was pretty much like, thank you for being a hero. You're really cool. Thank you for being you. And then he was like, I'm going to take on the Night King, I guess.
Yeah, he was like, let's see how this works.
That's the other thing. Like, I get it. I get that scene. Like, oh, I know I'm going to die. I might as well try something. If he just waited, he would have been fine. If he stood behind Bran.
Well, it's funny. I didn't even think about, like, yeah, Arya was about to come. I think my initial thought would be, all right, well, Bran's right here. They're kind of circling us. I'm going to stand next to Bran. This guy can come to me.
Yeah, it was a very Theon Greyjoy thing to do, to just run at enemy with sword and the enemy,
and then fail.
Yeah. And Jorah Mormont died, which we've already kind of talked about. I saved her for last because I was very upset. I
actually had a question about that.
Okay, well,
but we'll get there.
We already talked about Jorah. Lyanna Mormont also died.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna say it.
What?
Was that not the one you were saving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was that's it. That's all the character does, is it not?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was brutal.
So no more Mormonts.
Yeah, Mormont's gone.
More importantly, no Mormont line at all. The who gets the sword? Who knows?
Jon Snow. He already has it.
Wait. No. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's the Mormont sword.
Yeah. Never mind. Oh, right, because the Night Captain gave it to him, and he was like, it's yours, and Jorah was like, keep it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I couldn't do it. I had to look away, because she's...
Oh, really?
Not that I care so much about this character, because I really don't.
Getting crushed to death.
It's an actual little girl who was making actual sounds that a little girl would make if she was getting killed.
Yeah.
It was cool that, like, the smallest character got to finally kill, like, the biggest character.
Yeah, David and Goliath.
Yeah, David and Goliath, but, like... I was like, can we not, with the bone crunching?
Oh, there's got to be a child death every season.
And the girl screeching. I just couldn't.
And
then they showed it again during the the like interview afterwards when you stream it. There's like a little inside the episode, and they like talked about it. I was like, stop! I literally shielded my eyes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about they show her body when she becomes a White Walker.
That also upset me, but I was already upset.
Yeah.
It was cool though that all the Dothraki and all the Unsullied came back as
yeah. We'll get into we're talking character deaths right now. I'm disappointed with somebody else, but we'll get to that in a second.
All right.
The giant.
Yeah.
Was that my boy? Because his right eye was missing.
What do you mean, your boy?
The
giant wildling?
Yeah, from the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah, that was him.
That was, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how sad is that?
Yeah.
Because I love him.
Yeah, we got to see him die twice.
Yeah. One was very sad. One was, can we get it over with?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in Grey Worm.
Why? What did he do?
Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough. It seemed like the Unsullied were in a very cool Spartan-like fashion, taking turns getting over the bridge while still holding off the undead. When it came to his turn, he kind of stopped and looked back at him and was like, "Nah, I'm over it," and like put up the try, and they all died. All of his men died because it seemed like he got cold feet.
I don't remember what you're referring to.
Do you know what the part I'm talking about?
Yeah, when the Unsullied are taking the brunt of the force because they want to get everyone else to retreat.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what happens is, and it was very cool, whatever line was lined up with the bridge, they just back up and then they'd all just smush together.
Yes, yeah, I remember that part.
When it came to his turn.
To what?
To go over the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Once he was over it, he just kind of like cut it. Like there was a trap set up. Once everybody's over, it pushes up and like there's no more bridge. He just kind of cut it. And there was a ton of them left, and they all died.
Maybe that was the plan the whole time, because Unsullied don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was either that. It's just okay. You brought up a good point. They don't care. That's just
because
there's still a brotherhood there, though. I feel like, no, I mean you're right. They don't care. That seemed very. It seemed like a betrayal to me. It seemed like he got cold feet and got scared and cut the bridge. Maybe it was the plan. I don't
remember the exact shot you're talking about, but it could have been just part of the plan.
It could have been. Another thing I kind of want explained to me, because the way he was looking and like, maybe I read the scene wrong. I could be wrong.
I wish I could help you interpret it.
No,
but I
I'll rewatch
honestly
it
don't
and
remember.
Double check.
I honestly don't remember what you're talking about. But so, Did you see the next time on?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, it was pretty cool. It was basically just a long shot of Cersei smiling. And it was basically there. It was basically just like telling the viewers like, now that that's out of the way, let's get back to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And Dany says something along the lines of like, I'm gonna not say exactly what she said, but she basically said like, we won the big war, now let's win the last war.
See, I can't believe their thought process hasn't changed after going through all that.
Well, at least hers hasn't.
Right. Well, right. Maybe somebody will talk.
Right.
I think that's part of the
we
whole.
Knew hers wasn't gonna.
Right. I think that's part of the whole like quote unquote family insanity they have going on, because like after going through all that, you can't just be like, hey, you take over here, we'll have over here.
Yeah.
Let's just all get along.
Also like even more so because a lot of people hate Cersei, right? Dany's sort of not one of them. Dany kind of only hates Cersei because she is on the throne.
Oh yeah, she has no reason to actually dislike that
other
woman.
than the fact that very recently Cersei lied and didn't send her troops to help. But other than that, like, Dany just wants the throne.
Right.
And if it was Cersei Lannister or Jon Snow on the throne, whoever it is, she's going to hate that person.
Right. No, exactly.
So, like, I understand where a bunch of characters would be coming if they were like, now it's time to kill Cersei, that bitch, but not Dany, because Dany's the only one who, like, just met her and, like, has no reason to hate her as much as Sansa and Arya and Jon and all them.
She's playing a good game. She's just a bad choice. Like that's if you're gonna ask me like what do you think of Dani, I think that's a good way of putting it for me. She's playing it. She's just it's not the right choice.
Yeah.
Like to me, from like a writing point of view, from just seeing this character develop, and if I was a person who had insight, like if I was a character in the show who had insight, just bad. She's not who I'm backing.
Right. Well, you bring up a good point because the character in the show who I would argue has the most insight is in her corner. His name's Tyrion.
Oh, yeah. No, you're... Well, here's the thing, though. Is he still? Because before this battle, they were kind of having a back and forth, and he was like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, she went a little crazy last episode.
Yeah, out of left field, she was kind of like, Tyrion, it's your fault. Might kill you. Feeling cute. Might kill you later.
You got there. I was about to make the joke. No, it was good. It felt long. The other two episodes felt kind of short. Like obviously they weren't. They were almost an hour, but like they felt short. I was just like, that's it. But like this one, I was like, this is a movie.
Yeah. It was a movie where if it was just a one-off, we'd have no idea. Like,
yeah, there's so many questions that have to be answered next time. Like, I am unclear of how many dragons we have left.
No kidding, me too.
Like, I'm assuming Zombie Dragon kicked it when Night King got stabbed.
Yeah, well, you didn't. Yeah, he did. He blew up.
Oh, did he?
So. You know how Jon Snow was kind of hiding behind the wall from him?
Right.
Jon Snow stands up, doesn't draw his sword. He's just kind of like, do it.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And then he like melts or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, there's two other dragons. One of them crash landed. One of them flew off and was covered in White Walkers.
And to be quite honest, one of them returned, and I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. At the end. Oh, I thought that was so cool at the end.
Yeah.
When the dragon like cuddled up next to her as much as it could.
What do they refer to him? Drago? The main one.
Drogon. Yeah, hers. The big one.
I think that was the one that returned.
Yeah, probably. I assume the one she was riding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do you have anything else that you wanted to say?
Ghost dead? Possibly.
Dude, they hyped up that wolf for like 6 scenes and then he wasn't on camera at all. Or he or she.
Well, he went off with the Dothraki.
Oh, did he?
It never came back. And here's the thing, they had what would have been a really cool scene between him and Mormont just kind of looking at each other, and I was waiting for him to turn to one of the Dothrakis and be like, whose dog is this? Like, they had this whole, like, looking in each other's eyes like, we're gonna do it! And I just wanted him to...
Either that, or Jorah talks to Ghost, and Ghost talks back in a human voice.
Yeah. I just wanted...
Like, Jorah's just like, do we got this? And Ghost's like, yeah, we got this.
Just those two... He has no clue whose wolf that is. I really wanted him to just turn around and be like, what is this
Well, that's
thing?
the problem with this season of this show. We have no clue if he has no clue, if he has a clue whose wolf that is.
True, because they're just pushing it out so quick.
Right, yeah.
There could have been a scene where he just pets Ghost and is like, oh, cute dog.
But yeah, I think that'll do it for us.
Yeah.
That was Game of Thrones. Next episode is season 4. I don't know why I always do this. It's going to be a week from now, and it's going to be the next episode. So look forward to that. But yeah, I've been Thunder.
I guess I'm Lightning.
And we'll see you whenever.